What's up, guys? So, first of all, November in Florida. Come on, it's so nice. So we're gonna do a body weight squat today. I'm gonna kind of show you just the basics, how to perform it, how to modify it, and how to progress it, just like I did last time. So a few things, just basic body weight squat. Feet are about hip width apart. They can be slightly outward or slightly inward. Those are just different variations. And everyone's body is obviously gonna be different. So it just depends on what's comfortable for you. I know for me, I'm pretty short, so I don't have very far to get to the ground. So squats have always been a little bit easier for me. Not fair, I know, but I lack a little bit of ankle mobility, so I like to have my feet a little bit wider and then my toes pointed outward. It just allows me to get down deeper into my squat. But just play with the variations, play with your foot placement. If something doesn't feel good, your body's gonna tell you, and just kind of adjust and find what you need to do. So basically feet about hip width apart, toes pointed outward. Keep the weight into your heels. So whenever we're squatting, we're essentially just sitting back. Like we're gonna sit back into a chair, or like we're sitting back onto the toilet, or like you're sitting back to ride a ride or something, anything. But basically you do this movement all day long, really, whether you realize it or not. But it's important to just be strong at this movement. It's gonna help you with your core, your leg strength, obviously, but also just getting through life easier if you have a stronger base, which that's what you get from squats. So feet hip width apart, weight back into your heels, and then you just sit back into it and push yourself up. So whenever we're pushing ourselves up, we want to have all of the weight into your heels, so you're not kind of like squatting up here like on your toes. That's just gonna hurt your knees, really. It's gonna hurt your ankles, and you're gonna get more power from pushing through your heels, because whenever you push through your heels, you're gonna activate your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. All of that is gonna fire up, and those are your major muscles. So you're gonna get so much more power by using your heels to push yourself up. Okay, and yeah, you just kind of sit here. I definitely recommend tightening that core before you come down. It's really gonna help with your mobility and just your strength, especially if you're loading yourself. A few things I wanna mention, again, just about different people and heights and things like that. So obviously I'm short again, so I don't have very far to go. Pretty comfortable and easy for me to get pretty low in my squat. If you're taller, I mean, anything really, if you have long legs, it's gonna be harder for you to get down into that range of motion before you start to lean forward. So whenever you squat, you wanna sit back, your chest is up as you're sitting back, right? And then you push yourself up. So what tends to happen sometimes with taller people is as they're trying to get down, they have so far to go because their femurs are so long and things like that, that they start to kind of do this. So once you start to lean forward, you wanna just lift yourself back up. The goal is to stay as upright as possible once you get to parallel. Now, again, for taller people, parallel might be your goal, might be your spot, and just kind of stay there. Going below parallel isn't gonna really benefit you at a certain point. So yeah, if you're taller, just be aware of that and just video yourself. It's really nice to go back and watch your form. But if you start to lean forward a little bit, just remember, sit straight up and then straight back. Okay, so now progressions, how to progress the squat. The easiest progression is from body weight to goblet squat, and a goblet squat is just literally hold the dumbbell in front of you, kind of here in between your arms, don't let it rest on your chest. Same stance and everything, tighten that core, and then you come down and push yourself back up. So just have a dumbbell or a ball or anything right here, and that's considered a goblet squat. There's tons of squat variations, but you can do a front squat eventually. You can start doing back squats, so a barbell on your back. That one's gonna really challenge your balance, your form, and all of that. Start practicing that. So there's tons of different ways you can progress it, but if you are starting at body weight, definitely go into goblet squat. If you're at goblet squat or something, or you've been doing other variations, definitely just try to progress to back squat or front squat or things like that. So modifications. If you don't have the kind of power or the strength to get yourself up from the bottom of the squat, that's totally fine. You can do assisted squats. So that just means you grab a bench, and like I said earlier, whenever you are sitting all day long, we're essentially squatting, and whenever we get back up, we're getting up from squat. So it's the same thing. So we just sit back, same thing, push yourself up. Always keep the weight in your heels, so that way your glutes and your hamstrings and your quads, all that stays fired up. Push yourself up. Yeah. Okay, so that's really the modification. You can also do assisted with like a TRX band if your gym has one, or you can hold on to something as you come down and do them assisted. There's so many different variations to do it, so don't be afraid to try it. Start where you are and progress if you have to, or pull it back if you have to. There's no point in doing more than your body is telling you feels safe or comfortable, and you can always progress. But if you do too much too soon, then that's when you might run into some trouble. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you later. Bye.